Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Bhavna Mishra. I'm a senior consultant in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Aster RV Hospital, JP Nagar. Now, I'm going to talk about vaccination in pregnancy. What is the general thing that is recommended? Now, when a person is planning her pregnancy and she comes to us for a preconceptional check, we make sure that she already has some rubella antibodies. That is, for people who have been vaccinated, most of us in my generation have got a shot of MMR vaccine. So they will generally, the IgG level will be present there. And also check about her chickenpox vaccine status. If she's got an infection earlier also, she's like deemed immune to the problem. Otherwise, we use this phase of a pregnancy when she's planning to give her such vaccinations so that we avoid it during pregnancy. The vaccination that is recommended in pregnancy, as we all may be knowing, is these 2 shots of tetanus toxoid or TT injections, as they call it. So generally, we start, WHO tells us that we can take this, we can start the vaccination program as soon as a patient has been diagnosed with pregnancy and in her first visit itself. But generally what we practice in my, setup is that we give the first shot in the beginning of the second trimester, which is after the first 3 months. Because as it is in the first 3 months, she is already dealing with a whole lot of, early pregnancy symptoms, vomiting, nausea and all that. So we'll wait for the 3 months to pass off and give her 1 shot of TT injection. It is an intramuscular injection given, and then we repeat the second dosage after 1 month. So this is the general thing which is followed everywhere. Now there's another vaccine that we give nowadays it's the TDAP vaccine, or TDAP stands for tetanus, D for diphtheria, and AP is for cellular pertussis, which is for whooping cough. Now this generally is given between the 27th to the 36th week of pregnancy, and in addition to avoiding a tetanus infection, this will also prevent whooping cough in a newborn in the first 6 weeks or 1.5 months of its life, and then of course the baby itself is vaccinated. Now, why we give this TT injection? What is the importance? Because we all know that in earlier days, birthing used to happen sometimes, mostly at home, and sometimes in cow sheds and all that. So unsterile kitchen knives and all were used to separate the baby from the mother. The cord was cut with all this, and there were practices like smearing cow dung over the umbilical stump that was left behind. So all these kind of unhygienic and unsterile practices can lead to neonatal tetanus. Now, even if these 2 shots of TT that we generally give will maximize the mother's immune response, and it will also help in passive transfer of antibodies to the newborn. Now, in a flu season, even flu vaccine can be given. Flu vaccine can be given even along with the tetanus shots. So people who generally have too much of cold, cough, can catch a cold at the drop of a hat are the ideal kind of people. So 2 shots of flu vaccines should also be given. Now, these flu vaccines are the ones which are the intramuscular thing, which is the killed strain. There's another one which is live one, which generally is used as a nasal spray. That has to be avoided. The whole logic of vaccination is that we use all killed vaccines and not the live or attenuated strains. The other thing is that, what are the vaccines that we have to totally avoid? So we should avoid the MMR vaccine, which I mentioned in the beginning of the thing, even a chickenpox vaccine. Other vaccines which are specially designed for a woman's thing like HPV vaccine, you may have heard, against cervical cancer kind of vaccine, also should be avoided in anyone who is pregnant or is lactating. Now, things which can be used are like hepatitis A, hepatitis B, pneumococcal and meningococcal if the need be. Say if she has a active infection, or if there's a spread of jaundice or hepatitis A infection, then it can be, chosen judiciously. But these things can be given in pregnancy. Other than these vaccines, without consulting your doctor, you should actually not just get vaccinated with anything that is available. Thank you so much.